Krzyzewski starred at Weber High School, led the Catholic League in scoring as a junior and senior, and was a captain plus senior class president. By the time it came to pick a college, you would think the young Krzyzewski would jump at the chance to attend West Point. A 25-year-old head coach by the name of Bobby Knight sure thought so.
When Mickey said, well, I don't know, he was thinking of the Big Ten, you know, and my brother-in-law, you know, would just shake his head and, what are you doing, you know, what are you doing?
Well, I wouldn't have made the decision to go to West Point on my own because I would have been afraid to do it. And so I turned it down, and my mom and dad could not, they wouldn't take that. And they pretty much put, you know, ethnic pressure on me. They didn't hit me or anything, but they talked about it over and over in Polish, and how could I do that? And finally I changed my mind, and it really was the decision that changed my life. I mean, there's no way I would have been able to do the things that I've been fortunate enough to do without them stepping up as parents and helping me do what I should do.
I think the proudest moment in our whole family, because we never expected. We expected the kids to go to college, but certainly not to a school like that.
5 years after graduating, he joined as college coach at Indiana as a graduate assistant in 1974. But 1 year later, he returned to West Point as the head coach. He led the Black Knights for 5 seasons before Duke hired the 33-year-old as the Blue Devils head coach in 1980. 32 years later, Duke has won 13 ACC tournament titles with 11 Final Four appearances and 4 national championships.
To get to the Final Four is like a rite of passage, you know, like you've crossed a bridge, you've gone to heaven. And for us to have gone to a number of Final Fours is crazy. And to win a national championship is even more unbelievable.
So now the drive for 5 national titles is underway. Married 42 years ago on the day he graduated from West Point, he and wife Mickey are busy away from the court with 3 daughters and 7 grandchildren. But the 64-year-old has no thoughts of slowing down, still remembering those days on the north side of Chicago where his Hall of Fame career was born.
He doesn't forget. He doesn't forget where he came from, and he relishes that. It's a big part of his life.
To me, he'll always be one of the guys. And I respect what he's done, what he's accomplished. You know, he's given back to a sport that's meant a lot to him.
Mike Krzyzewski now stands alone at the top of the mountain. He is the winningest coach in Division I men's basketball college history.
He's not a celebrity, he's still one of us. You know, you'd think he would have a big head, and he does not have a big head.
I look back on how it all happened, like when my mom asked me the question, how did this all happen? Because she was amazed. She never went to high school, and she's a cleaning lady, a great lady. And I told her on that day, it happened because of you. And she said, oh, come on. So I was lucky to have Emily and William as parents, who maybe were not as educated, but they were really wise, and they wanted what was best for me. And when I couldn't see what was best for me. And I think throughout a person's life, you have to make sure that you're not the only one making the decision, that you surround yourself with people who are good enough to step up during those times and say something that you maybe don't want to hear. And my parents did that for me.